Hi everybody, I'm Leathur Rokk and I'm live. How you guys doing? Now hopefully this won't turn everything off. As you see, I'm about to set this on my keyboard and sometimes this slips. And so if it happens to shut things down, you'll know why. Oh, damn it. Try this again. So it is now 1:08 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. It rained a lot earlier today, and I was up a little late last night, so I actually slept in a little bit. Uh, and when it's raining kind of hard, that kind of means a lot of things you can't do today. But I am kind of proud of myself. I took care of my responsibilities, meaning I did a little bit of filming today, and of course, I made my post. And I figured that I would treat you guys to a live stream since I'm here and you're here. And let's see. I don't know. Oh yeah, I tried to feed a couple street cats a few minutes ago. I saw a cat dart across the street, and I fallen into a parking lot, and I saw there was another cat. And first, I was trying getting down and doing the pss, 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 pss thing, trying to get them to get near me, and they wouldn't do that. And I said, "Stay right there." And I went home, and I brought some meat, and I went into the same place where the cat was, and the cat was still there, and there was actually two cats there, about I guess about 5 feet apart. One cat was underneath a car, another was near a speed bump in this parking lot. So I put some food down, and I tried to attract the cat to the food. I even threw a little bit closer to the cat, and the cat got close enough to let me. He sniffed my hand a little bit, but it wasn't close enough for me to pet him and seemed kind of scared. I didn't want to be, aggressive and scare the cat off, but I spoke softly to him and I left some food there for the cat. And I'm hoping that they don't ignore the food and they eat it and stuff because I always try to. I'm always feeding birds and things, and if I have reason to have to get rid of meat and stuff, I always try to make it someplace where animals can get at it, unless it's something that has a bunch of bones in it, in which case I carefully put it in trash because you don't want animals choking on bones. Chicken bones are the worst. Cats and dogs can get them in their throat, and that's an expensive vet bill. And if it's happening to an animal on the street, they probably are going to end up choking and dying. You obviously don't want that to happen. So, uh, but it looks like it's feeling kind of autumn, kind of, which I kind of find rather depressing because I really hate to see the seasons change. And since we've had our Labor Day, which, Hurricane Aaron happened, and then that actually chased a lot of people away that were going to come here because you figure if you can't get a beach day in. And I'm thinking now that word has been spreading out about some of the changes in our laws, and I don't want to ruin a video which I just filmed. And I'm just going to say stay tuned to my channel because I have some important information that I just made a video about that when you learn it, you may change your travel plans if you're planning on coming here because, you have a town that has built itself up as a resort area for over 100 years. And people have come to make certain expectations when they come to resort areas. You're on your vacation, you want to be happy, you want to kick back, you don't want to have to worry about everything you want to do being against the law. And, but that's just what our infinitely intelligent legislators, or maybe I don't know if it's the fault of the mayor, I don't know if it's the fault of the city council. I don't think it wasn't a case of the whole state voting on this. Every city has its own rules, and and the thing is, they never post them when these things go into effect. You hear word on the street. Occasionally, you'll see signage in community service centers, maybe libraries, maybe places like the Salvation Army or the different places where people go to for resources. But other than that, and maybe they mention things on talk radio if people listen to the AM radio and stuff. But so many of the people who actually really need to know the information don't have access to it, and you don't find out until it's too late and you find yourself getting a ticket by a cop. And they always say ignorance is no excuse. So stay tuned to my channel and you will learn some new law changes out here. What else can I tell you? I am really looking forward to some content that I have planned that I'm not going to spill the beans on. That there's going to be a nice variety of different things coming on my channel. And another thing, today is now, since it's 1:14 a.m., it is technically the 8th of September. My goodness. Don't forget, the 9/11 anniversary is coming up. Unfortunately, I am pretty sure I'm not going to be able to live stream it or film one of the local memorials here because I can't bring this computer. It's too fragile. And unless you were under a rock, you know that I can't create more content with this. Because if I try to live stream, it films things backwards, and because it's a cheap Android, it doesn't have settings that allow me to correct the problem. And even though I've only used up 35 gigabytes of storage room shooting film and videos and stuff, this phone is supposed to have a capacity of 256 gigabytes. And according to the innards of this, I have over 200 gigabytes of free up space, the operating system, and the few apps that are on there. And I only installed 2 apps because I don't want to clutter this up with things. I keep on getting error messages saying that I can't create any more content, that it's all full. And while I know that can't possibly be true, that still means that I can't use this for its intended purpose, which is creating content. Which means that for the time being, the standalone videos and the live streams are going to have to be filmed with this laptop here. Unless I take a chance on getting another cell phone like this, but it has double the storage room, so at least I'll have more opportunities to take pictures and video and stuff like that. And I better, see, I keep on, every time I order something, after like a day and it's in the shopping cart, then sometimes I get this sold out notification and the thing's disappeared. So I have tried ordering another one of these 3 different times, and each time it is sold out or been discontinued or whatever the hell. Now, if they're being discontinued, it makes you wonder. Maybe they know the quality's not good. All I know is I tried to give a review of this particular phone, and when the system saw that I was not giving it a lot of stars, it's been trying to pressure me into turning it in for a refund. But the last time I went out, I was able to successfully take 1 picture, which makes me wonder what the heck's going on with this thing. And I don't know, but I do know that I can't be without equipment to create content. So, and if I can't create content, you guys will have nothing to watch. And obviously, we don't want to make anybody that's my audience or potential audience, you guys can't suffer just because I'm not prepared. I have to be prepared. I have to stay in equipment and do the best I can to give you the best user experience possible. That's the least I can do after 14 years on this platform. So, anybody out there? I see, according to my diagnostics here, got 2 thumbs up so far, and looks like there's 4 people viewing. And I am really glad that you're watching me, because I would sure hate to feel like an idiot talking to a brick wall here. Of course, there's always going to be some times when I feel like an idiot. I want to give a closer look to the earrings here. I got these in New York City at a 99-cent store on Mulberry Street in Chinatown, in Manhattan. And I do love Chinatowns very much. So, and since this dress has orange as well as green in it, I figured it would pick it up very nicely. Oh, and I will point out another detail. On my makeup, I decided to do a thick crease line with eyeliner pencil. And that's really hard to do if you guys didn't know it, because your eyelids rub up against each other. It can really mess up the line the later it's on. But I actually did a good job with it, so I decided why not film, right? So I've got weed jewelry. And this is plastic. Who'd have thunk it? So, put this back here. And, oh yeah, I met somebody a couple days ago who he'd given me a piece of paper so that I could write some information down. And I wish he told me more about this. Has a SIM card so that I can get some airtime on my cell phone. I think now, I don't know if this is good. Maybe it may only be good for a month. It may be one of these trial things. And of course, it doesn't have any instructions except insert your SIM, then follow instructions included with this kit. And I see no instructions. I just see a code that you're supposed to put in somewhere. But I'm thinking, because I do have a club event that I'm going to next month, I think I'm going to save this for about the time that I'm going to go to that thing, so that I will be able to use whichever device I have to maybe do a live stream or something, or take some amazing pictures or whatever, because what's the sense in going places if you can't create content from them? If I'm going to get to see something that's really cool, I want to be able to share it with people, that way it's like I may be going to something alone, but if I'm filming and recording, then it's like I'm taking along a whole bunch of friends. Isn't that cool? I love to show the things I'm doing. So, if you would like to say something, I encourage you to say something, because if I'm just talking, going on, and there's nothing in the chat, then after a while I start getting awkward, and I may just decide to cut this short if you guys aren't going to talk. I will do one more turnaround just because I can. And it's like I can get so many looks with this. I can just use it as a skirt, or I can go full length, or whatever. And I've only had it a couple years. I actually found it on a boardwalk in the summertime. I'm thinking, why would you get rid of a perfectly good dress? But the only way that it's any different is it had a built-in necklace that had some stupid beads that actually were breaking off of it. So I just decided to take a shoelace, this green skull shoelace here. I attached it to this so that I can use it to keep it up, or else I could roll it down and just make a skirt. Or if I wanted to, I could get a longer skirt if I wanted to go that length. It's all about having options. Okay, I've been doing this for a little over 14 minutes now. 9, 10 seconds, 11, 12. If it gets to the 15-minute mark and there's nobody in the chat room, I'm just going to abort this live stream. I thought it would be a good idea. Thought people wanted to talk tonight, but maybe you guys are doing something else. And if I'm going to be just talking to nobody, that doesn't make much sense. So I'll tell you what, I gave the college try. I don't know what you guys are doing. So I'm going to say good night. I tried. Maybe it's too late to be doing live streams, or maybe a bunch of other people streaming, and you got to choose between who you're watching. You can't watch this all at the same time. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye.